Joining me right now is former Whitewater independent counsel, former federal prosecutor, and Thompson and Knight partner, Robert Ray. Robert, good to see you this morning. Thanks so much for weighing in.
Thank you.
Your reaction to all of this?
Well, on a personal note, Brett Kavanaugh and I worked together on the Starr investigation, so congratulations to him. I do think on the big matters, my reaction to what transpired over the last several weeks is that the country, with regard to big things, tends to get it right, and I think the country did get it right in confirming him to the Supreme Court.
Yeah, I mean, and the hate, though, is not stopping. I mean, you see all of the protests on the left. Even though there was no corroborating evidence, what is it that is so troublesome about Brett Kavanaugh to his detractors?
Well, I think, you know, what they're essentially saying is that most of what was discussed was a vehicle toward the objective, which was to prevent him from being confirmed to the Supreme Court. And I know him, so, I mean, my reaction with regard to Brett Kavanaugh is that I think he will be an institutionalist, which is to say that he holds the Supreme Court in very high regard. I think in many respects you'll see him rather close to John Roberts, the Chief Justice. And I think he'll do very well there. So, I mean, much of the fear that is coming from the left, you know, I personally don't think is justified.
You know, the Journal had an op-ed over the weekend about the Kavanaugh story, and the left said that it was a rape joke. So basically attacking the Wall Street Journal for it. The Journal writes about it this morning, the political distortion of language. And they end the piece by saying the good news is that the left failed to defeat him, as it won't succeed in twisting the plain language of the Constitution into a rape joke. Bottom line, there was no corroboration here to back up Blasey Ford's accusations.
I think that's inescapable. I mean, either way you look at this, the allegation, the principal allegation, was 36 years old. That means that it was going to be very difficult to resolve one way or another. And I think Susan Collins gave the country a civics lesson about the dangers of, you know, abandoning fairness and the presumption of innocence at a time of, you know, real moment in the country. You cannot get to a point where any means justifies an end.
Yeah.
And I think, you know, if you abandon that, you know, watch out when it happens to you going the other way. So look, everybody needs to kind of just tone down the rhetoric. I suppose, you know, time will pass here and maybe we'll get back to, quote unquote, regular order. That may take a little doing in the current political environment. I don't think my other reaction to this is that I think, whether this was orchestrated or not, the Democrats overplayed their hand, because once we drifted out into the second and the third allegation, and particularly the third one with Michael Avenatti, I think the country turned with regard to that. Once they saw that that one had no merit, I think there was a fair amount of sympathy for the predicament that Judge Kavanaugh found himself in, and I think that turned the tide. That, together with what Lindsey Graham had to say.
I think you're right. I think you're right on all fronts.